Example 5.9 from your textbook. A 4 kilogram block of wood is on a rough horizontal table. The coefficient of friction mu between the block and the table is 3/4. It is attached by two separate horizontal strings which pass over smooth pulleys with the two hanging blocks of masses 3 kilograms and 10 kilograms as shown. Find the common acceleration in terms of g, the acceleration due to gravity. Seems like a complicated situation. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the forces. So let's look at the forces. On the left hand side, we have our 3 kilogram mass. It has a downward force of 3g and an upward force of T1. So why did I call it T1? Well, there are two separate strings attached to this block in the middle. There's the one on the right and the one on the left. I just decided to call the one on the left T1. There will be a tension of T1 on that string, and the tension on this string, which will be different, is T2. My acceleration is going up here, over and down, because that's the movement, the direction of movement. Okay, and friction will only be here because the 10 kilogram mass is heavier, so it's moving it this way. Looking at each of these individually, you can see on the 3 kilogram mass, acceleration is up. And so the force is mass times acceleration, so it's 3 times A. And remember, it's moving upwards, so the forces on it are also going to be T1, and the gravity is opposite to it, so it's minus 3g. Here I have two ways of writing F, so I can write T1 minus 3g equals 3a. Looking at the middle section, the 4 kilogram mass, our vertical forces here, we have our R is equal to 4g because there's no vertical movement. Why do I even bother writing that down? Well, I can use that to get my friction. My friction is mu times my normal. So that's 3/4 times 4g, which gives me 3g. Now looking at my horizontal forces. To the left, I have my T1, the tension on the left, and friction. And on the right, I have the tension 2. So that means that the total forces I have are the T2, take away T1, take away 3g. So remember, we start off, T2 is moving in the correct direction, and T1 and 3g have to be taken away because they are against the direction of movement. So I'm going to use here again, force equals mass times acceleration. So my force is T2. So T2 minus T1 minus 3g is equal to my mass, which is 4 times my acceleration. Looking at the right hand side, we have a 10 kilogram mass, and this time the acceleration is going down. We're going to use force equals mass times acceleration again, so our force is 10a. And what are the forces? What can we say about the forces? Well, remember, we're moving down, so we're going with this direction down. So it's 10g, take away T2. So I can now say that 10g take away T2 is equal to 10a. So that all sounds very complicated, but from slide 2 we have that tension 1 is equal to 3a plus 3g. From slide 3 we have tension 2 minus tension 1 minus 3g is equal to 4a. And from slide 4 we have that 10g minus 10a is equal to tension 2. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to substitute in 10g minus 10a for T2 and 3a plus 3g for T1. So I'm putting them in here, and I get 10g take away 10a, take away 3a, take away 3g, then I have to take away this 3g which was there already, and I put it all equal to 4a. I leave all the g's on the left and all the a's on the right, and I have 10g, take away 3g, take away 3g is 4g, and on the right hand side I have 4a plus 3a plus 10a gives me 17a. Divide both sides by 17 and I get that a is equal to 4g over 17.